Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of 7 Days to Die tutorials. This is Winter Misses. We're going to start this day 1 tutorial, the intro to the game, by collecting the materials we need to build a stone axe. I just punched the ground at the base of the fibers there, the plant life growing, that gives you plant fibers. And by looking at the rock and pressing Y, you can pick that up. You need rocks, plant fibers, and wood to make a stone axe. You can get wood from punching trees or even the siding of a house. You can get it more quickly though by punching the trees. Every part of this game is destructible to some extent, so it's really fun to just punch random items and see what it gives you. So now I'm going to hit X and go into my crafting inventory. I'm going to find the item I want, which is the stone axe, and you can hover over it and click it, or you can press up on the D-pad. Once the item crafts, it'll go into your first open space in your inventory, and you can press N on the right stick to quick move it. Now we need to make plant fiber clothing. This is going to require 35 pieces of plant fiber. If you're in the burning forest like I am, the plant fibers are pretty far and few between, but you can find 35. Each time you hit one, you get 2 to 4 pieces of plant fiber. It may seem insignificant or tiresome to do this tutorial, but it will give you the basics of the game. It'll help you learn how to craft items and which items are essential, how to navigate the menus a little bit. Now, as of the recording of this game, I recorded this game clip 2 days ago, and an update came out yesterday that gives you a search feature in the craft menu. So that changes it a little bit, but not enough to change the recording. So now I'm making the plant fiber hood, plant fiber gloves, plant fiber shoes, plant fiber shirt, and plant fiber pants. Each item has its own craft time, so a stone axe only takes 3 seconds to create. A pair of plant fiber pants may take 5 seconds to create. When you get to the more complex items like the cement mixer, that can take up to 4 minutes to create. So now that I have all these items, the next part of the tutorial is going to be to wear the plant clothing. As soon as that pops up, I will show you how to do that. So you want to hover over the item and click Y, and then press up on the D-pad. That will equip your clothing without having to go to your character screen and drag each piece of clothing to the desired slot. So now we finished step 3, and we're going to move on to step 4, which is to craft a wooden club. Earlier I cut down that entire small tree, which gave me enough wood. I'm going to find the wood club, quick craft it, and as soon as that creates, I want to go ahead and move that to my hotbar. They call it your tool belt in this game, in case I have to fend off any ravenous zombies. Now we have to create a bow and arrows. For that, you need feathers, stone, wood, and plant fibers. So you go to the arrows, and then you can either click up on the D-pad 2 times or use the arrows and move it to the number that you want, and then you can press up on the D-pad to create it. So we have 4 arrows, you only needed 2, and we have our wooden bow. And I'll show you what that looks like to actually use the wooden bow. This is the easiest weapon to make in the beginning of the game. So you can zoom in by pressing the left trigger or aim with the right trigger. You can increase your skill in bow and arrow as well, which makes it a really efficient tool. There's other types of arrows you can create as you move along in the game. So now we're going to make a base. Start a base, that's the next objective. You're going to need to make 3 wooden frames. Once those are crafted, you quick move them to your tool belt and place them anywhere. So you've placed your 3 wooden frames, and then you hit left on the left, you press N on the left trigger while you're focused on the item, and that will allow you to upgrade it. I ran out of wood, so I need to get a little bit. So you've upgraded it. You can upgrade these frames all the way to a steel reinforced wall, moving from wood to iron to concrete and then steel at the end. That gives it a durability of 10,000, which is really strong. Apparently, I didn't meet the first objective by gathering all the wood, so I'm just going to smack this tree until I see it turn green. Now, the next objective is going to be to craft a bedroll. You're going to need more plant fibers. Again, we're in the burnt forest, which means there's less plant fibers than in the regular forest or the plains. But in every biome you can find some type of plant life. I think the least amount of plant life you're going to find is in the snow biome. Bedrolls are super important. If nothing else in the beginning of the game, you need to make a stone axe and a bedroll. Because when you place your bedroll, that'll give you a spawn point. So if you die, or basically if you die, you will go back to your bedroll instead of showing up in a random location on the map. That can be really frustrating to spend an entire day trying to get back to where you were. So the bedroll allows you to do that more quickly. I'm just waiting on the bedroll to create right now. And so I move that to my tool belt and then just place it anywhere. If you've already got a house in mind or have started a base, you can use that. And so now I have to make a campfire, which is the last objective. By creating or going through each of these items and creating the items in the tutorial, you're going to gain a skill point, which is really important. You can use your skill points and spend them on different skills like shotgun skill or cement mixing skill. Different traits and skills give you the ability to run for longer distances without needing food or water. And so we've completed the tutorial. You now get a skill point, and you can do it pretty quickly. I did all this in about 7 minutes. So just spend your first 7 minutes of the game working on this, and you should be good. Thanks for watching, and join us on our website, thewinters.co, for more.